This video is sponsored by Skillshare. So we're back at it with another Amazon Renewed series of videos. You guys seem to love these type of videos whenever I do them. So I decided to go to Amazon and see what phones are on Amazon Renewed that would be fun for you guys and gals to watch. And of course, the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra is the one that came up. Now, I've actually never owned this phone, so it's really cool to be able to review this really for the first time and through the Amazon Renewed series of videos. So if you're new here and you've never seen one of these videos before, let me explain what the Amazon Renewed series is. And I've done it about 20 million times, so just watch this. Amazon Renewed is a program by Amazon designed to help third-party sellers resell old phones, in this particular case, the Galaxy Note 9, but in renewed condition. What does that mean? Well, it's got to still look new, as this one does. I don't see any nicks, abrasions, or anything. It's in absolutely perfect condition. The battery life's capacity must have at least 80%, and it's just basically got to come with a charger, and that's about it. I mean, you just save tremendous amounts of money, even on last year's flagships. If, again, you look at the channel, you'll see some phones from only a year ago that are actually pretty inexpensive. But the thing that makes Amazon Renewed so interesting is that it gives you an opportunity to buy something and have 90 days to return it if you don't like it. 90 days, which is more than what you get if you try to buy a phone new. And in the meantime, since I've done this series, apparently it's gotten even more successful because now Amazon is selling these phones directly. When I first started this series, only third-party sellers were allowed to sell these. Now Amazon does. And here's what's interesting. While they are charging more, sometimes upwards of $100 more, they're giving you a year to return it. I'm gonna say that one more time. You buy an Amazon Renewed phone, if you don't like it, you have a year to return it. So now that you're caught up, is this thing worth it to buy on the Amazon Renewed program? Well, let's find out together. Right after this.
This is, you listening to Travis.
What up, players? Welcome back. And for all you new people, welcome. My name's Travis and I do tech videos every single week and have a blast doing them. And today we're going to talk about the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. Man, I'm kind of excited for this. Let's get into the video. So as a fan of the Note since the Note 2, I was really excited to get my hands on this because for all intents and purposes, this is the last Note that Samsung ever made. Kind of. I mean, at least until right now. It depends on who you ask. And if you ask me, it's the second to the last. You see, as of the filming of this video, the S22 Ultra has just been announced and it's basically a Note. But if you want to talk about the last Note that Samsung actually ever made, technically would be this one. And it was after this one that we thought we would never see the Note series again. And I'm so glad that we will. Because once you use this thing, you actually are reminded of how awesome the Note series of phones are. I've always been a fan. I've had every Note from the Note 2 all the way up to the Note 9 as my personal primary phone, and I love them. And it's so nice to have one in my hand again. Right off the bat, I can tell you that it feels great. It is a little bit interesting because it's wide in the hand without a case, and I always use a case. So with a case, this thing is gonna feel even wider because of the boxy nature of the phone, but it still feels good. And specifically for the Amazon Renewed, I'm gonna tell you this thing looks perfect. As always, I'm getting a tremendous value for money. Every time I get one of these, they look pristine. And there's no difference here. This is the same thing that I always get. I'm using the same seller on Amazon that I always do. I'll leave a link to their listing for this in the description below. So if you want to buy one of these, you can do it in the description below. But with all the great features of this thing, let's talk about why I like it and whether or not you should buy one. And if you like Amazon Renewed series of videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button because I have a lot of them. One of the coolest things about Amazon Renewed phones, at least the ones that you get from Chubby's Tech, which is who I got this from, is you get a power adapter in the box, which is not something you get with smartphones anymore. So right off the bat, you're ahead of the game, which is kind of hilarious. And like I said, the design is really cool. It's thin. It's got the S Pen, which really we'll talk about later, is just the most awesome thing. And it's so sleek. There's almost no borders on this thing, which is still mind-numbing that this design actually came to us many years ago, but looks so ridiculously good. This thing is just clean. Now, as far as size, it's a big phone. It's not something that's going to be for every single person. If you like larger phones with really big displays, then this is a great phone for you. If you like smaller phones, somewhere around the 6.1 inch or smaller, this is going to seem monstrous. But so many benefits to having a Note, especially with that large screen, that I actually am totally cool with that. And one of those reasons is this screen is amazing. The AMOLED screen with finally 120 hertz on a Galaxy Note product. Holy mess. This thing is so slippery, fast, and smooth. It's so incredible. I've never been able to get my hands on a Galaxy Note with 120 hertz before, and it is a dream. The animations are so fast at 120 hertz, it's like instantaneous. I can't even describe or even show you in video how fast this is. It makes you feel like you're a part of the phone. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. That's super dope. And you know what else is super dope? Today's sponsor, Skillshare. Check this out. It's 2022 and you've promised yourself to take your skills to the next level, but you don't know how to do it. Well, I'm going to tell you about a website that's going to help you do that today. Introducing Skillshare, an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for anyone who loves to learn. Whether you want to learn animation, creative writing, film and art, fine art, graphic design, illustration, music, marketing, they have you covered. Skillshare has it all. So I took fundamentals of DSLR photography from Justin Bridges. And some of your favorite YouTubers, including MKBHD and Sarah Dici, teach those classes. So what are you waiting for? There's a link in the description below, and the first 1,000 people to click it will get a free 30 days. That's right. Free 30 days. Start your learning today. There's no more days you have to waste. Do it now. And thanks Skillshare for sponsoring this video. And one thing I love is DeX. It's one of the features that on all Samsung phones, at least for now, is the thing that differentiates them from every other manufacturer. One of my favorite things ever. And this has wireless DeX. As I'll show you here, you actually can just turn on your phone and turn on DeX, and now your desktop, a new desktop appears on your TV. And with my new TV, it's picture in picture, so now I can be productive and watch TV at the same time. The fingerprint sensor on this is adequate. It's not like blazing fast, but it does the job. And I really don't have any complaints there unlocking the phone with the fingerprint sensor. I wouldn't use any other thing like a face unlock or anything like that. The in-the-screen fingerprint sensor gives me even more display rather than having like a physical one. So I'm totally cool with it. The battery life has been excellent. Over 1 day usage with this phone, which I love, although you get wireless and fast charging on this thing, which is amazing in and of itself. So if you're running out of power and you just need to plug in and get some more juice, you have the option there. Another thing I like is the ability to just swipe left from your home screen and start watching TV. Like for me, I love that. It sounds silly. You could of course open an app and do this, but it's like watching TV on your phone just with one gesture. I actually really enjoyed this. It wasn't even something that I knew about or was kind of thinking about when I got this. For me, that type of integration is amazing. I love that. And I haven't really seen that many manufacturers doing that. I'm all about that life. Give me something quick to binge and then let me get back to work. Of course, this phone would be much less special without the S Pen. And that's how this becomes a productivity powerhouse. Now, I love being able to make a note immediately as I think of it without my phone even being on. I just take my S Pen out, write a note, and I'm good to go. Plus, there's some really cool S Pen apps, and just being able to use it in anywhere in the operating system is kind of nice, especially when you might be eating something and you got greasy fingers. I know you guys and gals do that. I've seen some of you. Of course, the camera quality is excellent. Now, this is a phone from 2020, so we have bigger and better things now. But as you can see here, really there's no complaints. It has all types of features. The video quality is fine. The photo quality is fine. You really would have no complaints, especially buying this from Amazon Renewed. But the question is, should you upgrade from a Note 10 Plus, or should you wait to get the S22 Ultra, which is basically the upgrade for this? And that's kind of a tricky question to answer right now because of one important thing. And that's the price. You see, as of right now, this thing is a little expensive and kind of sits in a weird place between the Note 10 Plus and the S22 Ultra. Right now, this thing is only a couple $100 less than the S22 Ultra, which is 2 years newer with a better processor, better camera, and everything. When that phone finally releases, because as of the making of this video, it's not quite out yet, the price on this will settle down. And if you want to buy one, if you want to see what the latest price is right now, there's a link in the description below. So make sure you click that. I don't want to say what the price is right now because it's going to be irrelevant by the time you see this. But having said that, if you can get this for around $600, somewhere around there, either a little bit more or definitely a little bit less, this is a major win, an incredible win for around that price tag. Much above that, I don't know if I would actually purchase it and just get the Ultra, the S22 Ultra. I just feel like enough time has passed between this phone and that phone that you're going to get some really good benefits, but I'll have the S22 Ultra here pretty soon and I will compare it directly to this. So make sure you hit the subscribe button for that. So yes, it is a great phone that if you've been wanting it for a while and you can get it on a good deal, you should purchase it. And the Amazon Renew program is a great way to get it. But I actually have a use for this that I haven't told you yet. You're going to have to hit subscribe to find out, because you see, I've done videos videos on the channel where I challenged Android users, both of which were Galaxy Note users, to try an iPhone for a while. And I think this would be a great phone to challenge an iPhone user to use and see if they'll switch. So you gotta hit subscribe if you wanna see that video. Of course, the link's in the description. And I'll see you guys and gals next time. Peace and love.